Tell me that's not majestic, right? The sun rising over with the halo. Of course, it looks kind of weird with the sun being all blue, but that's fine. Hey, welcome to Mining with Virii, guys. As you guys can tell, there haven't been a lot of videos this week. I have been busy working on other projects. We got Jesus, so much stuff. VNN's going to be really busy this week, so make sure you guys tune in, and also make sure you guys leave me comments on subject matters for Mining with Virii. Now, there were some suggestions put in. MC Granny was running out of ideas, and I appreciate all the work that MC Granny has put in for ideas. However, I'm not using any of those ideas today. Today, I am using health. Now, I know most of my audience is younger, so when I say health, they're like, "Oh, ew, you mean like eating healthy or something like that?" Which is weird because you kids eat healthier than most adults do, but that's not entirely true. It's a generalization, I would like to say. But anyway, long story short, health is super important, and I know when you're young, you're like, whatever, health, whatever. I'm cool. I don't have to eat healthy. Or I'm young. This is the big one. I'm young. I don't need to eat healthy. Let me inform you of a little secret. Your age has nothing to do with your health. Our society is in like an epidemic level obesity. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying you all are obese, but everyone can use health. Myself and my family have decided that we are going to get a little healthier. Sorry, my nose is bothering me. I went and got one of those watches that tracks your steps and your heart rate. I am now, yesterday, I walked 2.4 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles because apparently everything is in kilometers in this watch, so I have no idea how far I actually walked. I think it's like 1.2 kilometers or 1.3 kilometers or something equals a mile or something. I'm not exactly sure, but anyway, I basically walked it, and I walked at about a 13-minute pace. And I started thinking the more about it, and I was like, I don't think kids realize how important your health is, even starting at a young age. Yeah, at a young age, you've got that advantage that you have your super metabolism that really doesn't care what you eat and stuff like that. Most kids, not all kids, and that's important to know that not all kids are the same in this. One thing you have to take into consideration is, one, genetics. And a lot of people have said yes and no to genetics. Here, look at it this way. It's a risk. Why risk it? I mean, honestly, if I told you that you could be, you could die tomorrow from this meteor that's coming in, and you guys all know the meteor's coming in, well, guess what? The odds are you probably want to leave that spot that the meteor is going to hit. Just saying. Health is one of those things that you need to keep tabs on, even though you're young and you probably don't care. Some of you do, and especially the more active ones, like especially your any of your sports, physical sport people. Whether it's like the footballs or the cheerleading or the school sports, or even if it's just you go out and do things. I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. You got to make sure that you always stay active. Why is there a floating dirt block? This can't be. I'm sorry. You can't be here. So when it comes to health now, and this is what I want to talk about, you have to understand. Like, for example, kids and coffee. A lot of people are like, "Oh, coffee, whatever. It doesn't hurt the kids." Yeah, you're right. It does hurt the kids. And the reason, it's not because it's coffee's bad for you per se. It's because your body produces chemicals. This is the same reason you should not use things like Neosporin all the time. Because your body naturally tries to produce things. Just want to make this a little more roundy, like, okay. Your body naturally produces chemicals to either keep yourself awake, heal. It does all this stuff naturally. And so with all that saying, when you get these natural chemicals in your body is working normal. Well, when you start putting artificial things like coffee, um, stimulants, relaxants, drugs, tobacco, alcohol. These things are all stimulants and depressants. Not depressed like a feeling of depression, but something that slows the body, slows your reaction time. Whereas an accelerant, caffeines and stuff like that. These are all things that your body naturally produces to keep, to basically keep tabs on you, or to keep not keep tabs, but keep control of you, of your body. So when you start putting them in artificially, your body stops producing them that way. It looks at it and says, "Oh, you don't need this stuff." Well, because you've already got it. You're getting it right now. Look at you. You're somehow your body has because your body doesn't understand you're drinking coffee. It just says, "Hey, there's chemical in here." These are things that begin to affect your metabolism and such. Now, us as old people, our metabolism is shot. When you're young, your metabolism's really good. And I do know some older people that their metabolism has stood up and, they're able to be like, "Yeah, I'm pro." But for the most part, when you get older, your metabolism begins to slow down. And when it starts to slow down, you start to gain weight unless you can keep up with the physical activity to counter it. That's why I said when you're young, you almost don't even have to worry about it that much because typically your metabolism is high enough that it's going to counter any sort of, food you eat. If you overeat, okay, let's be honest, guys, overeating is bad. But, and that's unfortunate because when you're young, you won't even notice because you're like, "Oh, shoot, this is good. I got this." Speaking of eating, portions, guys, come on. I'm not saying be a calorie counter, guys. Calorie counting is stupid. All right. Even, I was in the military for many years and, I have had a really bad metabolism and I have, narcolepsy, which already makes it really hard for me to work out and stuff like that. I had the hardest time. They wanted us to count calories and I was like, okay. And I tried it. Counting calories is stupid. You will never, ever succeed at counting calories if you're trying to lose weight and stuff like that. Because it is so frustrating. You're like, okay, well, all right, so if I carry the 7, I carry that, screw all that stuff. There's a very simple thing, is you eat by proportion. Now, I know people are like, "What do you mean proportion? I'm a big guy, I eat a lot." No, that's not actually. You're a big guy because you do eat a lot. But proportion, if you go and eat by your portions. Now, I don't mean starving yourself, okay? What I mean is taking portions. Most people inherently in your brain do not want to go back for sevenths. Now, you're like, what? What do you mean sevenths? That's because if I gave you a plate, okay, and you put on things, the easy description, actually, this is really close to the right size. It's not. It's a deck of cards. But hypothetically, you think of something. Some people say use the palm of your hand, okay? That is a portion. Now, let's say you got a meat and potatoes kind of meal, steak, potatoes, and peas, green beans, whatever, corn. So you have potatoes, you have corn, you have meat. Now that may not fill you up. You're 100% correct. Some people like me, that would not fill me up. I would go back for seconds. Again, same amount. Now, this is not the best way to do it, but this is a more realistic way in my eyes. As I said, most people don't want to go back for sevenths. If you're having to go back a bunch of times, your brain is instinctually going to say, "Hey, we're eating too much." Not because you're eating too much. When it's your brain psychologically says, "Wait, why are we having to go back so often? Is something wrong?" So it immediately will begin to curb your hunger. That is what you're trying to control, is that hunger. But to be honest, oh wow, I didn't finish my drink from last night. There's a lot of things you can do as kids, even outside of portion controls. Like worrying about what you eat. Yes, you should worry somewhat. Don't eat fast food all the time. Don't drink 18 pots of fucking coffee. Coffee is I hate coffee with kids drinking coffee because you guys naturally have what I am envious of. What all of us adults are envious of. That energy, we are all jealous of it. But Another good thing you guys can do is water. I know. Oh, water, ew. Oh my god, water. Whatever. Seriously, water is one of the best things you can have. It does it does everything. It is an appetite suppressant. It hydrates you. You know, there's so many things that water does that kids are like, "Oh, water, ew." No. Water is really good for you guys. And I'm not saying that just to say, you know, is that water fixed? No, it's not. I live in the desert, so water is kind of important, you know. Okay. So, you know, we drink a lot of water here. But when I give me my dirt. Okay. When I say that, you know, I'm not saying it because, you know, everybody always says drink water. Water is a really healthy alternative to, you know, dieting and all this type of stuff. And a lot of people are like, oh, water, yay. Yes, it may not be the tastiest thing in the universe. I get that. I think that might actually look really cool from out here. I was tired of it looking all... Oh, wait. Break some of these blocks. I forgot what I was saying. See, this is what happens when you get old. Water is so important for so many things, especially your metabolism. Your metabolism is highly reliant on the amount of water you drink. Because, you know, it is the hydration your body has. It's not, you know, one of those easy, simple things for your body to fix. It needs that water. And a lot of kids override, oh, I'm drinking juice. Oh, tea. No. Water. I mean plain, simple water. And it is highly important. Any of you out there that are fighting weight like I did as a kid, water. Water is what you want, guys. Because it will solve so many problems just by drinking plenty of water. I think they say you're supposed to drink, what, 6... There's several charts. You can go to the American Health, I think it's the Heart Association or something like that has a really good formula. It's like a little builder. It determines, you know, your age, how often you do activities, like especially if you're in sports, you need to be drinking like bottles and bottles of water. I think here we're supposed to drink the what is this, the 17 ounce, the 16 ounce bottles of water. We're supposed to drink like 8 of these if we're not active, like we're just sitting at home chilling, like me. And I have a hard time, but water, dude, no, so important. My son, when he is my oldest wants to go out for the football, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to drink like 17 of these bottles a day, because man, you start working out and woof, man, it goes night and day at that point. But yeah, you guys need to understand that you need to worry about your health. It's not just something that old people do, guys. It's something that everyone has to do. And if you don't do it until you're older, then you've missed out on crucial years to get into routines. And I'm not trying to say this to beat a dead horse, guys. You know, unfortunately, some of you, you know, I would like to stick around, you know, because the longer you guys are alive, you know, the longer I have fans. But it is true, and you guys want to be healthy. I mean, maybe you want to grow up and have kids. Dude, you need to be healthy because you need to keep up with them damn things because they got all sorts of energy. Maybe you want to go see the world. Well, you do need your health to be able to give yourself the time for that. Don't just count it out to, oh, I don't care, I'm a kid, you know. What's going to happen, you know, blah. No, take the time to actually better yourself, okay? Now, with all that subject, I mean, health is a super huge one. If you guys want me to talk about things, let me know. However, I want to point something out. This may very well be the last time you see Mining with Virii here. The BVG server will be opening soon. I haven't decided whether I was going to do a separate series or just convert mining with Virii over to that one. I think I'll probably just convert mining with Virii because I don't want to have a bunch of Minecraft series because it's whatever. But if you guys would rather me not and do it as a separate series, let me know. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.